I got challenged. Ricardo from What the Film channel challenged me to do some film photography. He provides the film and of course the concept of competing against him with film photography, and I was the one who got to pick the subject, and the subject is some minimalism in an urban environment. And I know it's hard for him because he's a studio photographer, and that actually what I know him for. But I think he's over there. Is he? Yeah, he is. So how you doing? This is a fun thing. And that's Ricardo, and like you know, his hat. WTF Photography. Yeah, and the F means film.
This,
that's what I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's not a bad word.
No, not at all.
So I'm looking forward to it. What kind of camera are you going to have?
Well, I brought this Nikon. It's a Nikon FM that I got not long ago. And for this challenge, I think that I kind of shoot myself on my feet, because I brought a 35mm lens that I'm going to try. But this is the cool thing. Restrictions are not a bad thing. It's a very clever thing to get very creative. So
exactly,
that's what I'm gonna have to do today to try to beat Peter.
Well, no, I'll have a camera from 1969, Olympus-35 SP, a rangefinder, which is a very interesting camera. And this has a fixed 42mm lens actually, f1.7. It's a G Zuiko lens. But I think what we have to do first is, you have the film and I'll load up.
So for this challenge today, I brought a Agfa APX 100. That's the film that I have in my camera, and that's what Peter are going to put on his camera too.
Right.
So let's do it. Yeah.
It took me like 2 minutes to get the film in.
Practice.
Yeah. No idea if it's sharp.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah, hope so. Now I have a start, you know. It's a good start. It's always good when you have something to photograph. Just photograph and you will get going. That was my start. Tell me and the viewers why film photography, but what's the thing?
It's a valid question. A lot of people, and this is something that I don't quite like, is to get into the argument, which one is better, film or digital?
I don't think it's an argument, it's different.
And this is the point. I think that we film photographers, what we like in the end of the day is the process of taking the picture in film, taking a bit slower to figure what we're shooting, paying attention in the composition before we pressing the shutter and not ending up with 1,000 pictures from the same subject that we need to choose later. But the process is pretty cool. It's the process of going home, developing the film and everything. For the viewer, it makes no difference.
That's true.
But for us, the photographer or the so-called artist, that's what we enjoy too. I really like to go home, develop the film, scan the film and see the results. That is what it clicks for me. I don't think it's better or worse than digital. It's just different.
It's just different. Yeah, I can see that process and the whole thing, because I remember the first time in darkroom it was magical. But today it's not magical for me. I don't fancy the process, to be honest. I like the concept of slow photography, and that's what I've been talking on my channel quite a bit about, the digital making us rush the images. We take, like you said, 1,000 images. You're running around and you don't experience anything. But if you do it slowly, and if someone has the problem of rushing, why not try the film photography?
But this is the thing. I think that, to be honest, when you come from film photography to digital, or when you start film photography and you keep the digital, you learn how to shoot digital more thoughtfully. You think a bit better. I shoot digital as well for my work and my things, and I'm guilty of taking 1,000 pictures of the same subject because it's just the nature of the beast. But very often when it's something a little bit more meaningful, there is that kind of thing. Say, well, I don't have to take 1,000 pictures. Let's slow down. So that's one thing that I like about the film photography.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looks good here.
Yeah.
Let's see how
it looks good there. You can't even see it. Over there.
somewhere.
I was looking at that kiosk over there, but it's not very minimal.
No.
I photographed it before, but there are the cars behind.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes the thing a bit harder.
But this is the kind of the interesting thing about trying to shoot some minimalistic stuff, is that the environment counts so much, whatever you have on the surroundings and stuff. So sometimes we see an image from a place, from something that I say, that's really minimal. I want to repeat. And then, just like I mentioned, cars on the back, and this and that, and it crowds the picture.
You know what? I missed a shot. Don't know why. Forgot to. So I didn't get the dog.
I was thinking about that when
Yeah.
because the dog's coming.
Yeah. I had the shot, but then I pressed this and nothing happened, and then all of a sudden realized. Then I went this way and it didn't look good. So, yeah,
Happens.
it happens. Yeah, for a long time, but.
I think that this is one of the facts. I think that when I first arrived in Helsinki, that was like 2007, if I remember correctly. Although I've been here a couple of times before, when you move here and you start seeing different places and seeing the everyday life, it changes quite a bit. I think that as a year passes by and you're living at the place, that kind of happens to the person. It's natural. I don't think that there is anything special after a while that you are living on the city, because you see those things every day and that become part of your everyday life and you don't pay that much attention to it anymore.
Yeah.
However, like I was mentioning to you, since I started the channel, that I've been paying more attention to subjects and to things to bring, content to bring to the channel. It's kind of interesting that you start paying attention in things that you are looking every day, and then you see, I never paid attention to that. This looks really interesting. This is nice. But I think that is a natural thing. The same thing happened to me when I was in London. After living 5 years in London, I didn't see anything nice about London anymore, other than the cultural life and all this kind of thing. But the everyday thing, it was like, just.
Yeah, that's happened, and that's one thing that photography can do. Just take your camera, go to familiar places, and look places differently, and that could help and make you appreciate your surroundings.
That's true. For example, one exercise that for me has been helping me quite a bit, especially with the film photography, when I have to test a film or some, I get my bike and I go around the place that I live, which is, is nothing special of a place. But then when you have the camera and start paying attention, and you see things that normally they're just trivial, they're just like, they're there, but when you get the camera and say, wow, I didn't think that this thing was interesting like it is. I don't know if this is something that comes because the camera or because you have a goal, or I don't know, but it does happen. You see things in a different way when you pay more attention on the photographic way of thinking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's true. You've seen some images taken with film cameras, and now it's your turn to comment which one had better cameras, no better images.
Yeah,
It's probably me though, I know. Or what do you?
of course. I'm in Peter's channel. Of course, it's gonna be his pictures.
No, no, you too. But the next thing after commenting, go to What the Film channel and subscribe. It's a great content about film photography, and not only about gear but also about photography, which I like. So go over there, and there's a button right there that takes you right there. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.